Hey guys, Adam here. I wanted to do a quick update about some FreeNAS maintenance today. Now, I didn't make a video earlier because this was actually in an emergency state. But as you see here, we have a critical device, 36 currently unreadable pending sectors. Now, this is less critical probably than what it's actually telling me here. As long as this count doesn't start increasing, it's probably not going to be a problem, but I do use this machine for my other YouTube channel. This has all my raw video, that sort of stuff on it. As you can see here, there's not a lot on here. We actually have seven 2 terabyte hard drives on this machine, but we're only using 1.6 terabytes right now. That's good because it'll make the resilvering go faster. I've already had to do that twice on this machine. What happened was I had two Seagate drives in it that just died, really right next to each other. They died like within hours of each other. Really, I think it was a murder suicide or something like that. But one of them started making clicks of doom and kind of died really rapidly. I should have probably done something a little bit more quickly on this and worked to replace the disc sooner. But I have purchased three brand new Western Digital red drives, and I already replaced and resilvered this machine twice now. So we have one more to go. And now that it's not in an emergency status, I wanted to go ahead and actually make a video about how to do this so that people know how to do this. So basically, the way that this works is there is a procedure that you have to follow kind of correctly. It's easy to not do it right. You won't really break anything. It's hard to break things in FreeBSD or ZFS, but it's still important to do this in the correct order. So we're looking for hard drive. It's the device 80A2. So if we go to storage, we go to view disks, that would be this one here. So I'm going to write down this serial number and go pull this from the machine. So what you want to do is, you could probably get away with, I don't know, like I really don't know if you could resilver two discs at a time. I wouldn't recommend it. Resilvering is a pretty intensive process. What resilvering means is that we're going to remove this drive from the pool, replace it with a different drive, and ZFS is going to rebalance all of our parity and data so that it's redistributed correctly on these new disks. So these two are the ones that I've already replaced. We need to replace this one here. 9706 is the serial number. So what we do is we go to storage, we click on our Z pool that we want to work with, we go here. Actually, I should actually say what that was called. Volume status. So we go to main disk, volume status, and then we're looking for this disk 88.2. And the first thing you want to do is just offline it. And then I'm going to go up to the machine and actually physically remove that disk and put in one of the new drives here, and then we'll come back and start the resilvering process. It's a pretty simple thing. So you see here, it's listed here in degraded status for our array here, and we have the drive offline. So I'm going to go pull the drive, put the new one in, and then we'll go ahead and issue the replace command. Alright, so the drive has been physically replaced. The reason that I wanted to make this video is because I've kind of noticed a lot of people, I don't think, read the documentation for this. I know Chris from the Linux Action Show and TechSnap, a couple of podcasts that I watch, he was talking about having failed disks on his system. He had just no idea how to replace them correctly. He ended up messing up. I think he ended up messing up his data. But now that we've offlined the disk and physically replaced it, we just click on the offline drive here. We click on the replace button. It will find the new drive. The system doesn't even need to be shut down. Now, if this is running a little slow, I am actually using this right now still. It's uploading videos from my main YouTube channel, my video game channel. So there is actually stuff being accessed off of these drives while it's doing this. It's going to run in a really slow, kind of, well, not really slow, but a more sluggish rate while it's doing this process of resilvering the disks. Let's go ahead and replace the disk, and it will start the resilvering process. Now, the resilvering is going to vary depending on how much stuff you actually have on your machine, how many disks you have, how they're arranged, how much data is on the disks. They get really full, obviously it's going to take a lot longer. So basically, this will it's going to redistribute the way that everything is actually saved on this machine. and make sure our parity is all evenly distributed, all that stuff. And when I did this, I had to do this on my main FreeNAS server that has all my media on it, and that took a couple of days actually to do. This will probably take 6 hours, maybe 8 hours. I don't know. It's a pretty slow process. So if you have 2 or 3 or however many parity drives you have that are on the fritz like I did, it's kind of a scary process too, because I can afford 2 disks dying and not lose any information. So I didn't want to have it go belly up on me. There's a bunch of unrendered video, like just raw video, that I want to upload to my video game channel, so it would have been unfortunate. So the resolver is in progress. It doesn't give me like a minute by minute update status here in the GUI, but you can get that information. It's like I said, it's going to take a while to do. It's uh, it's a slow process, but at this point, there's nothing else that I need to do to interfere. It's just going to do its thing. When it's done, it will populate this list, and we'll have the drive online. The status will no longer be in degraded status. And that's pretty much all there is to it. So I want to thank you for watching. See you next time.